Good morning, everyone. Kevin the Toy Smuggler here, and it's Sunday morning. It's the day after the big Power Play first fundraiser down at Battlegrounds Comics Games. And I just want to set you guys up here because we went live on Facebook, on Battlegrounds Facebook page. And like I said, I want to show you that event. But first, I just want to thank a few people, especially number one, Mike and Jason from Battlegrounds. You guys, thank you all so much for allowing me to do this at your store. And actually, just you guys, want to thank you guys for coming on board and being a part of this with me. This is going to be a great journey. It's going to turn out awesome for everybody, the community. And then guys, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for just working with me on this project, and just number one, just being my friends. Great guys, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Guys, if you don't know who these guys are or Battlegrounds, you need to come down, meet them. You'll find a new home. Bottom line, that's how it is. And I want to thank Michael French for Retroblasting, coming up and being a part of this. Got some news coming up in the future, some more things me and Michael's doing together, so stay tuned with that. And also go to Retroblasting, I think today or tomorrow. Check his side out on YouTube, because he's going to also show some video footage, some of the behind the scenes stuff, so check that out on his channel. And also I want to thank Matt and Spike. Man, what a crew I got. Some of they're my best friends, number one. But these guys, every time I'm doing something, these guys got my back. They make sure that my crazy things that I do get to the finish line, guys, and I couldn't do it without you guys. And another special thanks, a lot of great guests there yesterday. Oh man, I tell you what, it's just a day of this really, you know, we've had a lot of stories, reminiscing things, but I tell you what, having the other people there, good friends and stuff, reminiscing the stories, I tell you what, that just really puts a lot of the cool emotional effect into it and everything. And you're going to see that coming out in the video later on. But I just want to say, Victor, man, he came out and he dressed up as the Crow. I think I got a picture of it. I'm going to try to post up there. And Jamie, they brought the girls down. And I mean, it just felt, man, thank you guys for showing up. I mean, guys, you just don't understand when your friends come to support you and be there for you. Man, it blows you away. And like I said, money can't buy that. And I just want to thank, and this is the greatest thing about, I always say this is the greatest thing that I do. It's not about the artwork or the jobs and everything. It's about the great people that you get to meet, do this journey and everything. And I just want to say special thanks to Matt and Monica. Man, I met Matt about half a year ago up here at Dalton at a small little toy show, and I got to meet his wife this weekend. Just two great, amazing people. Man, thank you guys for showing up. And I want to say they were the first supporters financially. They made a first contribution to the Power Play. And with that, I'm just going to throw some love back at you guys. From now on, when the doors open at the Power Play, you got you two and your immediate family, because I know you guys are going to have some kids in a few years. From now on, you guys have a lifetime free ticket to the Power Play from now on in. Bottom line. Like I said, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for coming up and supporting. And you guys, bottom line, 2 thumbs up, man. You guys are just amazing. And guys, that's one of you YouTubers, you know, a lot of people like to throw a lot of negative out there, but I'm here to tell you there is just so much positive out there. And that's where we want to hang our hat on, is just the amazing things that are going on, the amazing future and direction we're going. And what even makes it better is all the amazing people that's joining me on this path. So I just want to thank everyone once again. Love you guys, Toy Smuggler. Just, man, can't get no better than this. Stay tuned right here. Let's watch what unfolds yesterday. Alright guys, Kevin the Toy Smuggler here. We're here at Battlegrounds Comics and Games right here in Dalton, Georgia. And man, what a show do we got here for you, Facebook. We got live here Michael French from Retroblasting. And man, thank you, man, for showing up here.
Absolutely.
Mike, I mean, come on, dude. Me and Mike always sit around and talk about different strategies and things we're going to do to help you, the fans, enjoy a great store experience, whether it be setting up the pinball, setting up how many vintage toys do we want versus new toys. We're always trying to give back, you know, listen to the fans on what the fans want. And today we're here talking about we're starting the groundwork here on a vintage toy museum right here in Dalton, Georgia. And who else better would I get than Michael French, the man who really, honestly, is one of the frontier runner guys
who has really put back on the map on YouTube on helping you guys relive your childhood memories. And I'm telling you. So Mike, I just want to say thank you for being here. And please tell everybody what led you to get into talking about toys on YouTube.
It was my wife. No lie. She told me that I was looking at a video about Voltron, and I was dissatisfied with the video.
Right.
And I said, you know, this toy is missing pieces. They're telling you more than they can show you, and this is a video. And she said, you went to film school. You have that toy in the display case over there. You can do better than this. You should just go do it. And so I started making the kinds of YouTube videos I wanted to watch. And that's how it all started. And now apparently 60,000 people also want to watch those videos. It's very humbling. So that's how it got started.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, just hearing you, the raw format that I'm hearing here, sounds like a conversation that me and Mike had. When we're coming to setting up store, we try to set up the store. What kind of store would we like to come into? And that's the whole thing, is that we're not here as a, I guess, business minded, which this is a business, but you know, you got to come in when you open up these doors, and I don't feel this at Walmart, I don't feel this at GameStop, but when I walk in here, it's like, it's like you get this hesitation, that you take a deep breath, and it's like, and that's what I felt like as a kid when I was 10 years old, going to Rose's department store, which no one's probably here's ever heard of that. Yeah. But anyway, but you just couldn't wait to go to that toy aisle. So I can't wait to run back here to the Black Series, see what's new. I can't wait to see if anything snuck in here on the vintage side. And that's, you don't get, and Mike, you have done an amazing job.
Thank you.
And can you please tell us, you know, I know it's madness that you go through, because we talk about that, you know, running the store, but really tell us emotionally how has it been to get to this point, to have a store that's just spanking GameStop, baby, and spanking Disney. But I'm going to say it right here, Disney, you need to come here and check it out and see how it's supposed to be done.
Come on down. Going back on your previous point, as a kid, I remember walking in Toys R Us and being, I'm this tall, and just looking up. And I think maybe I was looking at like Hasbro, WWF at the time, and I wanted the wrestling ring so bad. And it came with Rick Rude figure, I think. No way you get it. So, like, I just look up, and I'm like, it's just wall, you know, ground to ceiling toys. I'm like, this is amazing. So, like, now to come into this store, maybe it's only 10-foot ceilings, but I want, you know, stuff from the ground all the way to the the ceiling.
Yeah, I was just telling him earlier, just right before we started, you know, you'd show me around. And then I went back there again while you guys were doing your final setup, you know, and I was just kind of looking around for myself. And he and I were talking, and I said, you know, when I came around here with Kevin the first time, I was looking at the Black Series, I was looking at the Joes, I was looking at the Marvel Legends, and I thought, wow, the selection here is really, really good. But there was this, like, spider sense that was tingling, and I went, I smell vintage.
Exactly.
It's somewhere, and then I turned around like 180 degrees, and there were the vintage cases filled to the gills. And I was like, "This is the greatest place ever! Like this is the kind of comic store you want to come into, and you never find them this well done. You never do." Thank you.
All right, we get into the meat of this. Like I said, Dalton, we're trying to put a vintage toy store, and it's not just going to be a place where you come in and obviously see the history of the toys and the toy shelves and everything, but what I'm trying to do, we're going to run just like any other museum, is a full-on restoration service. Exactly what I do here for Mike, and like I said, I just think that's vital for any museum. You got to have that, or you're just not going to be able to run. But also the coolness that all these carpet companies that are talking to me right now, City Hall and other places, I am also going to be running a training design center where we're going to be searching like the 7th grade and up, going to the different high school and middle schools, cherry picking. If we see a student, I don't care if they're actually I hope they're dirt poor and they have no opportunities in front of them, so I can take them, bring them over here and totally just change their daggum lives. Because I mean, that's what I'm all about, is getting anybody I'm involved with. You can ask these people over here on this road. I love this, getting in the face and hey, let's do something. Let's make something happen, because that life is all about. It's not. You think you need talent? Hell, I'm telling you, you don't have to have talent. You got to have a work ethic, a drive, and you got to be stupid enough to not know no better that you can't do it. Because you want to accomplish something, you got to think you can do it, even though you probably know you can't do it. Ignorance is bliss. You can do anything if you're ignorant enough. So, and that's what I want to take sure. Take these people who don't have a chance in life, but you can see the raw talent that they have. Take them, hone them, train them, and boom, and we were able. And here's where Dalton benefit. All these talent that we raise and grow and train up, we'll be putting that talent back into Dalton, creating jobs, creating the look of Dalton, beautifying it, growing it, people, growing Dalton. It takes hard work, effort, and you can grow talent. You know, talent is something that you develop over hard work. You're not just born with talent. You've got to develop talent. But one thing that drives everything is passion. And trust me, I've been told, Kevin, you'll never make a comic book. Hell, I've made 9 of those. Kevin, you'll never be a pro wrestler. Kiss my butt. 21 years, 17 championship titles. And then they told me, guess what, Kevin, you can't make a movie in Dalton. You know what? They were right. So you know what? I made 4. So kiss it, man. I'm here to tell you. People, you can do anything you wish you can do. You just got to believe in yourself. Get with the right awesome people. You can't hardly do much by yourself, but you get around the right people. When I heard that there was a Marvel comic book artist here, I got in his basement every chance I could. Looked over that shoulder. When I heard
legally?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't breaking and entering.
No, it wasn't breaking in. I actually knocked on the door, called the dungeon, and awesome. Learned so much there. Then I found out there was a movie producer here in town. Made Texas Chainsaw Man stuff. Guess whose house I hung out? Sit on their front porch. Bottom line.
Legally?
Legally.
Okay.
I don't do too many illegal things unless I get paid for it.
I just didn't know if it was like minor trespassing.
No.
I'm a fan.
I guess we won't talk about that homeless situation. Okay, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. It's on film anyway. But anyway, back to the power of play and the importance of it. Hey, number one, love toys, love the art aesthetic that it does, and toys now has finally become the cool thing amongst the adults. Because bottom line, you know for a fact as well as I do, we grew up in the greatest era of toys. Don't get me wrong. You got all this great technology with 3D print, and guess what? The toys were still better back in those days, okay? Bottom line. So from the art standpoint, a historical standpoint, and actually the love for people and the love to grow your community, and that's what we're going to be all about. And we got these little flyers that I made here. If you like to financially donate, we got a PayPal account that goes straight in. It's dedicated to it and it only. Or you can, if you want a toy, if you want a toy that you want to donate to the museum, we got a simple form here to fill out, and you can drop them off here at Battlegrounds. They have graciously going to let me use this place as a dropping zone until we get a building and stuff. And right now, just kind of give everybody where we're at in the phases of everything. Right now, I had a meeting last week. It was called the Miner Firm. It's up here by the college. And they gave me a list of things that I got to complete. It's as boring as crap, just so you know. It's all the red tape. You know, how big's your building, how many employees, yada, 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 how big is your light bill going to be. It's hot. It's like, really? You got to know that right now? So anyway, but once I get through that steps, I got to turn it into them, and then we're going to set up a meeting number 2. And then that's when we start filling out all the stuff to start creating the C4 forms for the nonprofit setup. And once we get all that paperwork done, then they're going to appoint me to a lawyer. Boom, that's going to be $3,000 or so to actually start and get that stuff on. But once that step 3 is over with, boom, that's when we can start applying for grants for a building, grants to fill in for the supplies and stuff like that. So we got to get through these first raw steps to start making things happen. And my brothers want to know what you, because me and you've been talking this for about a month now. What do you think, how a vintage toy museum with the stuff that we got going on, how do you think is going to affect the community from a toy retrospect standpoint?
Dalton was my favorite Bond. So I have to assume that a toy museum in Dalton would be my favorite toy museum. But seriously, I think that a toy museum brings in a broad demographic of people. So it doesn't just appeal to children. It also appeals to people who are children at heart who remember those halcyon days.
Exactly.
And so the lovely thing about a toy museum for parents that are a little more restrained with their pocketbook is that they know that if they go into a toy museum, they can prime their kids to say none of these toys are for sale, but we can go in and enjoy the history together and enjoy the day together, and they walk away sharing something with their kids or their grandkids, you know, and then they walk out without having to like walk out with like a massive Imaginext playset that their kid was screaming in the aisle for.
I want to burst this bubble here. Unfortunately, as you're going out the back door, my idea is as an awesome gift shop that's been
different.
Where the restoration department
gift shop is different. Gift shop is different.
Okay, good.
That's
okay.
different.
I thought I was doing something horrible.
No.
Teasing everybody for 2 hours, and now you got to buy.
You didn't go to Chuck E. Cheese or Showbiz to buy toys, but you also got something for your skee ball tickets.
True.
Yours is going to be better than a skee ball gift shop. I know that.
God, yeah.
But the point is that a gift shop is different from like a toy store. Like that's a different thing for a kid in their mind. Like they go in mentally knowing.
Yeah, because to me, what I want to make sure the museum does, first and foremost, when you walk through there as a kid, whether you was a Star Wars fan, He-Man, My Little Pony, whatever, Barbie, whatever it is, when you walk in there, it just overwhelms you with the joy and the memories as when you're in your birthdays or Christmas and you're just ripping them presents apart, just giving it heck, and you just like, yes, this is what I've always wanted. And, you know, that's the feeling without having to unwrap something, but yet you get to enjoy that with every corner that you turn around.
Right.
And Michael, what I want to ask you is, from the business standpoint, you know, hey, this is directly no competition, but in my eyes, something like this toy museum, it makes, because if you don't know what we're talking about, and if you've not ever experienced anything about this reliving your memories of your toys, when you go to a place like that or come to your store, I think it, you know, people are, they just sell video games. But when they walk in here, I think their attitude is different because you give them an experience here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And so what, from the business standpoint, do you hope that the museum can help revitalize even your new customers?
Well, I don't think there's a living human being alive that doesn't have some subconscious memory of doing something as a child, and it's almost like a seed that's planted, and when you come into a place like this, it just blossoms that seed.
Right.
It's where they bring back all those memories. I mean, before I opened the store, I had forgotten about playing with the Ghostbusters firehouse and the Ecto-1 all over the house, and the Batmobile would come out from under the couch.
Right.
All that, I just remember
Right.
now because I'm around it again. You know, and those were memories that were long forgotten. All through college, I didn't think about toys at all.
Right.
So I think that'll have that same effect for everybody else that goes to the toy museum, and then maybe I want to get some of that stuff again.
Right.
So it's symbiotic, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And another aspect that I'm doing that no other museum or even toy museum have ever done this, people like Michael. I got one of the big announcements is Tony from Analog Toys. I have actually he is now the official Action Man ambassador for this. So what an ambassador is going to be doing is he's going to be helping me promote, because he knows all the other big Action Man collectors.
Yeah.
So he's the guy who knows all the people that I need to get in contact on how to get some of this stuff and to get it in the museum and stuff. So one thing you're going to be seeing when we finally get the doors open is you come to the Action Man door, you're going to see a big cardboard cutout, kind of like the Vampirella there. Vampirella looks a lot better than Tony. But you will see a big cardboard stand of Tony there, and you'll be able to scan an app, and you'll get to know everything about him, his channel, and everything that he knows and has dug up about the history of Action Man. And then we'll probably have a video of him pretty much giving like a 2-minute introduction, like a quick history. Come on in here and enjoy Action Man with me.
Right.
So any kind of big YouTuber who wants to get involved, it's all about you guys as well. Because, hey, like I told you, Tony, and Dave, which is Toy Ploy, he's all about restoration. He does some reviews, but he's like a master restorer.
He's like the British Bob Ross.
Yeah, exactly, a toy restoration. And it's about 3 years ago, right before I started my channel, I was watching these three guys. And I was just finishing up on my movies. You know, I was overwhelmed, overworked, falling over, you know, going psychotic. And I was like, okay, you know, I just want to do something that I love. And then I started watching these channels, and it's like, and I got to watching yours, and I watched Dave's, and I watched Tony's, and I'm like, I think I can do this. You know, then I got to think, no, does anybody really want to hear what I got to say? And then I was like, okay, you know, you do got some knowledge, you can restore some stuff, but you're a bit of an ass sometimes. So, I mean, but people like that sometimes, you know. The bad guys are kind of the heroes now, so, I might have a chance, you know. So I look back on my wrestling career and being a heel, you know, and people love that I threw chewing gum in women's hair and stuff like that. So I thought, I go over here, I can be a jerk, be myself, talk about things I love, movies, art, and stuff. And I think this might work. And sure enough, boom, I got into it, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, as you know.
Yeah.
You two people are crazy on trying to figure out what y'all love. It's because y'all will gripe about stuff, but you won't tell us what you like. But anyway, but the funny thing is, right when I was getting ready to give up last year, I was on the verge of giving it up. I said, you know what? What do I want to do? I want to mess with toys. I love toys. Toys bring me joy. So I met Mike. I come over here. And I started showing him pictures. Mike was like, whatever, whatever. And, oh, that's pretty neat. Oh, that's pretty neat. And finally, one day, somebody came in with a toy. Hey, see what you can do with this. It's just rough and dirty. Come in, brought it in.
Yep, that one's close to my heart.
And that's when the relationship started between me and Mike. And what became a business transaction, now it's been a year, has become a friendship.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, this is I can count my close friends, and these two guys right here can tell you, there's always a very short list on my book. And I got like 5 or 6 very close friends here, and the greatest thing, I'm meeting new friends. And people, that's what it's all about. You can have talent. I would trade my talent in a heartbeat for these people. And that's what makes a difference in life. And that's what I want to do with other people. Bring them back their memories. Encourage them to stand up and rise to embrace life. To look at themselves and say, hey, I can do anything. Because I'm here to tell you, as a guy who was really destined to be a nobody, luckily I was around just a handful of people who believed in me, and I was able to luckily be ignorant enough to not know I couldn't be somebody. And that has totally changed my life now. So that's what I want to do with this museum, to memories, relive people, inspire people. And like I said, I hope I find that young kid, that young boy, that young girl that just has nothing going for them in life. Their parents suck. All their people, their teachers suck because they tell them that they suck. I want to find them, they can draw good, and bring them over, and boom, 10 years later, they're working for Marvel, kicking butt, making $100,000 a year. You know, what a story.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and really that's what all this is about. Every toy that's in your museum, every toy that's in mine. These little guys are storytellers, people. They connect friendships. They make new friendships. They rebuild old friendships. They keep things together. And you can look at this as a stupid $3 toy at one time. Now he's got a sticker saying 25.
Well, you know, the irony is that it's R5D4.
Yeah,
that essentially without him, there's no Star Wars.
Is exactly
right. Yeah.
And but you know what I see, folks? Hope. Because if I didn't fix this thing, come over here and done what I did and fixed it, I wouldn't have a friendship that I got here. I wouldn't end up meeting this guy here and making new friendship.
I'm so sorry.
And wouldn't meet these lovely couple over here. Life, people, it's the simple things in life that changes life, that makes life happen. And that's what I think it's all about. Anybody else?
It also starts a lot of arguments on the YouTube
Oh
comments.
yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Repo sticker, really? Yes, Repo. Hey, bootleg king, bro. I need to make a shirt. Sexton, bootleg king. Learn to love it.
How do you define real? That's not a question. That's more of a rhetorical statement. People love to tell you what real means, and it's like, no, come on, guys.